Some teams, straight to the pub. They've seen what they need to see. Come back tomorrow, we'll worry about it then. Different approaches, different teams.
Different results.
Different results. Different results.
Those guys are working the safest out of everyone.
Yep.
We asked people how they approach it and what the keys were to success.
Yeah, this is nearly as hard as when we know what the scaffolders are going to build in ScaffChamp and trying to keep that a secret and not telling anyone. That's the worst. When you're finished being a fucking child.
Okay, so mate.
The other big piece, a lot of conversation around what's going to happen next year. Hello everybody and welcome to the Brace Yourself podcast. My name is Ben Beaumont and I'm here with my That's how you sound, just so we're clear. I've got the reins today. We're back from ScaffChamps. We've sobered up. We've got our thoughts together. Yep. What we want to do is we want to take you along for a ride. It's a little bit of a different to normal podcast. So we got to cut between us talking into the video. No, that was shit.
A lot of it is shit, so we might as well just continue with that. So what happened first when we got there? We go because obviously we're part of ScaffPlan. We don't mention that much on the show, but ScaffPlan's quite heavily involved with ScaffChamps because we do the digital design that all the teams build in the competition. And on the Friday, the day before the competition, we do a big reveal and the teams get to see for the first time the scaffold that they're going to build in the competitive environment. So on the Friday, we prepared a great video, didn't we? We shared the links with everybody. We watched the video, they get to see it for the first time, and let's have a look at that video now and see people's reaction. Okay, so the teams have all seen the video. Simon, what happens next?
Depends which approach you take. Some teams, straight to the pub. They've seen what they need to see. Come back tomorrow, we'll worry about it then. Other teams start getting together. They start planning. They start strategizing exactly who's going to do what, how it's all going to come together. And different approaches, different teams.
Different results.
Different results. Different results.
So I think it's worth Ryan. We asked quite a few people, didn't we? We asked a few people how they approach it and what the keys were to success. So I think we should have a look at a couple of those clips now. The A-team are building. Yeah. What's going to be What are they going to have to do today to be successful and have a good championship?
I just think slow and steady is what I said to them, really. There's no pressure on them. They've become the competition for everybody else. Just enjoy it. Yeah. Work together, communication's key, and just enjoy the experience, really. Don't get too blinded by the fact that everyone's watching and, you know what I mean, taking too many instructions from the sideline.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice. And how's Jay been preparing for it? He seems to be doing a pretty good job at the moment.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit nervous this morning. He's not been saying much about it. I think at first we done a poll on the group chat to see who was going to vote for the team captain, and he got picked out. And he was like, "I'm kind of glad because he thinks he's slow." So, but I mean, technically he's quite good. I think he'll be quite good at it.
He seems to be doing a pretty good job now organising everybody. He's got the iPad there. He's going round. He's making sure the kit's in the right place. He's talking to them.
Yeah.
And if you look round, comparing now, like look at everybody else, they're not. They're in good shape at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, I kind of just said to them, like, get the found adding time on if you make a mistake. I said, so just take your time and get the absolute base all based out properly first before they start rushing it to take up, and don't watch what the other teams are doing, because if you look around, every single teams take a different approach. So just slow and steady.
What do you think is most important for you guys?
Well, it's not that technical. I think it's less technical than last year.
Yeah.
It's going to be a case of grit, heart, determination this year, and we got plenty of it in bucket loads.
Yeah, stick to the plan. I mean, last year we had a plan, we tried to execute, we come across a few problems, which is what happens in this game. When you're on the real life site, you can plan as much as you want, but until you're in the real life situation, that's when you start hitting the issues.
I said the same to Al. I was like, last year when you guys set off, you were smashing it, like grafting. There was no one working harder than you guys on the material, and it was just a couple of little mistakes probably from inexperience and not being familiar. So what have you done this year? Why do you think it'll be different?
We're just going to map it out a bit better, because last year it was where the dolly tower was, and then it was stuck in the grass. We were trying to bar it over. Even I couldn't move it. Yeah, so we've not got that problem this year. We've got nothing big and clunky to move around, and we're going to make sure it's mapped out right. Stick to the plan. Keep talking, and should be okay.
Yeah, no, do you know what? It's just been an amazing experience to get the guys over here. Whenever Robbie asked me, he said, of course, definitely couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
And obviously the guys have been training in London and Scotland, and you know, you have to remember all these guys, the rest of these teams are all experienced men, and our little boys they're just apprentices, you know, they're all under 20.
Morning, Thomas. Chaps, is this your first time you've come to ScaffChamps?
Yeah, actually, it's been really nice.
And what do you think so far?
Really nice, actually surprised. More interesting and more connections to make and everything. So it's been really good, really good.
Nice to see you in person. I know, after becoming on the show a couple of weeks ago, that was great. You guys are going to have to do to be successful today. What do you think are going to be the key kind of behaviours or actions you guys are going to do to have a good event?
I think as long as we get everything in the right place and don't swap anything out, you know, because then you get to the end and you're like, where is it? And you've already put it somewhere else. You have to strip it all down. So as long as we don't do that, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. This episode is powered by Leeches, the one-stop marketplace for the scaffolding and construction industry, with over 30,000 product lines in their online store. They've got everything you need to deliver your project to industry-leading standards. And as a customer for the last 20 years, I know they get you what you need when you need it. If you head over to their online store at leeches.com, be sure to use the discount code Brace Yourself for an exclusive 15% discount as a thank you for being a subscriber to this show.
All right, we've come back. Day 2. The guys are gone, they've studied it, they've come back with a plan. Now it's time to get serious. What's the first question we need to ask people?
First question, and the most important question, is what time did you get in from the pub last night? What time did you get in the morning, Dan?
2:30, maybe.
That's an early night.
It might have been midnight, maybe.
You're feeling fresh then, eh?
I'm on the Red Bull already, so...
Mate, it's important that you stay at the cutting edge of media, isn't it? For cutting edge, real time. We've had this discussion, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
I've got loads of stuff to ask you, but the first question I want to ask you is, how was last night and what time did you get in?
It was wonderful last night. We were invited to the layer party, but we did have an early night because we were trying to get in here for today's event and, not be hungover.
What time do you think you got in last night?
I got in or he got in?
Both.
Both. We were in at 3:30 this morning. We went for a burger.
on the way home with me, Ross, and two lads from Canada, I think. Oh, the twins actually from Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Twins from Canada,
Yeah, Jordan and Brandon.
yeah.
I haven't seen them around this morning. They're obviously hanging. We're here with Tracy from K2 Scaffolding. I've asked the same question to everybody, Tracy. So, what did you get up to last night, and what time did you get in?
Oh, last night was an early night. The night before was a bad night, but I think it was 3:30 we got in. Yeah, Robbie led us astray.
It's always Robbie and Ross, isn't it?
It is Robbie, and Ross wasn't there, so he'd missed his flight.
Of course.
So it was Paul and Skippy.
Oh, dear.
Very bad.
Named and shamed. Right, let's start with the important stuff. What time did you get in last night, Ross?
10 to 4.
10 to 4. Solid. So you're feeling really refreshed and ready to go today, yeah?
Back up at 7 a.m. Scaffold us breakfast straight in. Can of Red Bull and a coffee.
What time did you get in last night, mate?
Just after midnight. Yeah. It was an early one, to be fair. Left the boys in the club, wherever it was. May have even been a gentleman's club, but yeah, no.
It wasn't that, was it?
No. That's not a bit of me.
We're with Aaron and Aaron from AK Scaffolding UK. Big ups for this year, but the first and most important question, what time did you get in last night?
I was in. We went straight in. We didn't even go out.
What time did you get in last night, Aaron?
Well, he's not lying. We was in quite early. We had a bit of food, and then we was in our room. About 7 of us in a small room. Seriousness, round the table, and mapping out and planning. You know, trying to be a bit on top of it. Yeah.
What time did you get in last night?
Well, it is ScaffChamp, so about 4 a.m.
Solid. And that's the second day running?
Second day.
Yeah.
We got one more night tonight, too.
Did you go out last night?
Yes.
Yes.
And what time did you get to bed?
We don't know.
I'm not sure, but
Standard scaffolding behaviour. Great. So first opening question, what time did you get in last night?
I got in at about 11 o'clock last night, so I'm well fresh. We're grand. Went for dinner, went over the plans, and now we're here.
Important one, we've asked everybody. What time did you get in last night?
4 a.m.
So that was early night then for you?
An average.
You feeling?
ScaffChamp.
So halfway through the first round, I had the special pleasure of talking on the live stream with Martin Doppler, and we discussed things about digital design. We discussed how the teams are doing. We can have a little look at that for a little while if you didn't see it. Be as effective as the R&DV guys, right? Because those guys are really capable. Let's just have a quick word about them, because I mean, they accelerated in the first one. They were the first people to get their flag in, right, on the first group, and they started the dismantle first. So they're obviously getting towards the end, and you can see them celebrating over there. But they work so effectively as a team, right? They're really well coordinated. They communicate really well, and I think that's one of the key features for all the teams that are successful, isn't it? They just seem to really work well as a unit, just like you need to do out on the job site. They come and they bring that here, and they seem to do that so well.
First time ever, there was a. What are you doing with your hands?
I'm just being
I'll do
power
some
pose.
For the first time ever, you look like Mr. Burns. Stop. For the first time, can I go now, please?
What do you want to sit like? How would I make you?
Don't sit in the corner.
How would I make you feel comfortable?
Like a naughty child. What I'm trying to say, for the first time ever, there was a clear crowd favourite. When you're finished being a fucking child. I want to talk about the 18.
Okay, sorry, mate. Go on.
Everywhere,
do it properly this time. Do it properly. Go on.
No, that's it. This is properly. While Ben is sitting here being a fucking child, I can't say fucking, can I? Can I say, for the first time ever, Ben sitting here not being a fucking child. There was clearly a crowd favourite. Everywhere we went, everyone was talking about the A-team, right? Team of apprentices.
Team of apprentices from Scotland and Northern Ireland. Two companies that the owners, people know quite well. Ross Brown, Robbie Andrews from iScaff and Advanced NI in Northern Ireland. Those guys had this great idea about a year ago to bring a team full of apprentices, right? So that's people who've been in their scaffolding career less than 2 years, are on the current apprenticeship program. So there's really young, new people in there, just joined the industry and coming to ScaffChamp for the first time. What an amazing experience. And it's worth saying, you said something, no, who was it? It was Ross or Robbie said something really cool. We should cut to that video right now. Yeah, I think they're making really great progress. And it's easy to lose sight of the experience they've got and their age, and they're here for the first time, isn't it? And when you look round and they're holding their own, you've got to take your hats off to that, right?
100%. I mean, you look at the teams that's around us and like how far they're all on. But if you take one guy out of any one of them teams, they've probably got more experience than our whole team put together. Do you know what I mean? So like, we've no experience. Obviously, we knew what we were letting ourselves in for. Little Michael actually said to me early on, he went, "What have you signed me up for doing this?" He said, I'll never forgive you for this." But that was like obviously before we started. But they've all sort of took it in the stride, really.
How did you find it?
Really stressful. Really stressful. It was really fun though. I enjoyed it like a lot. It was a lot better than I anticipated.
When now you've done it versus what you thought it was going to be like, what was different?
I remember, like on the way here, I was always thinking about it, like, what's this drawing going to be? This is going to be the most complex thing I could ever put up. And then the drawing got released just as we got here because all our flights were delayed and everything. And then I looked at it, was like, is that it? But then, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying that because we didn't even finish.
And we're back.
But seriously, when you put that into perspective, take all of the years of that team combined, their experience, all of that joined together is like one person.
I know, and you look at the teams from like Bilfinger, RMDV, those Swiss guys, they're all in the like 30s and 40s, so they've been doing this 20 years.
It was interesting to see.
And they're good and they're brilliant at it, but...
Yeah, I think more of the teams actually had an older group of scaffolders than younger. So to have a group of apprentices who don't even work in the same company, they don't even know each other before this event.
No.
Insane.
And they did a great job. And do you know what, right? A lot of the people who were walking around watching them were saying, those guys are working the safest out of everybody here, which is a testimony. I'm not saying that other people are not working safe, but they were absolutely bang on, you know, putting their 1 meter lifts in, putting the advanced guardrails in, working in the proper way, properly clipped on, doing everything as you should do it when you're working day to day in a construction site. And that's, you know, testament to them, because some of the other teams that were going quicker and from different parts of the world were not working to those same standards, right? They're going fast, they're cutting corners, relatively cutting corners, you know what I mean? And, you know,
nearly every episode on the podcast, we talk about attracting young people into the industry and, you know, how do we get more people through? Great example. I can't think of a better way than having a team of apprentices in the Scaffold Olympics. Like top notch. Hats off to all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And look, the truth is, we've got to say something to my compatriots from the UK. AK did a great job. Came back for the second time. The thing that they do better than anyone is they bring the energy to that group. And they were bang on it. I think they worked really good as a team. They worked really hard. They didn't get the result they wanted at the end of the day because they felt they were going to win. And to be honest, I kind of believed them. Yeah. I thought they had the potential to win. They're great scaffolders and great guys. But I think at the end of the day, the fact that we were just saying there, because they don't work together every day and they're not out and out system users. They're everyday building with tube and fitting, most of them. So you gotta look what they did and how quickly they did it. They were grafted.
Yeah, I think the energy and the enthusiasm they bring was better than anybody else, but probably I think their result was slightly better than the team from Australia. I thought they did. Oh no, they didn't go. My bad. Can we cut that?
Nah, good job. They were great. And there were some really good teams there. I mean, I was trying to think. I remember sitting watching the guys from Switzerland and thinking, making a kind of a mental analogy in my head to a Swiss watch, thinking these guys are as precise and rhythmical as just like that. They're just bang on it. They knew exactly where to be all the time. And to be fair, Bilfinger were exactly the same.
And people have said to me a few times, how does the team from Lithuania keep winning it? It must be rigged. Like, in reality, they were the best. There was no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. It was clear to everybody. In that first round, they were far superior to anybody else. And you think about Lithuania on the world stage, it's not somewhere that's known for having great scaffolders. But I tell you what, that team, bang on.
Let's have a look at some more footage of the guys working.
You. Yeah, you. You know I'm talking to you. What are you doing right now? Get your ass over to scaffplan.com, check out all the features, watch a demo, download a free trial today and see how ScaffPlan will absolutely transform your operations. Get there now. Not only is it a great show of sportsmanship on the paddock, also off. There was a great piece from Dr. Scaffold, Alan Osborne, if you don't know him. Massive advocate for mental health, especially with scaffolders in the construction industry. You never know if your scaffolders are doing okay at home, lots of things going on. So tell us about what Dr. Scaffold did.
Well, his message is simple and clear. Talk to your mates and check in, make sure they're okay. And, men's mental health and ultimately suicide prevention is huge. What he did on the show, at the event, he had been publicising the fact that he'd been growing his hair for a year, and then he got on the stage at the end and shaved it off for charity, which was kind of weird because I'd never seen a starker contrast with a man with long hair and no hair all of a sudden. That was great.
I don't think that
really
part.
funny.
I don't think that part was weird. The part that was weird was when he was selling bundles of his hair to people in the crowd to help raise money. My backpack was full of them. I bought like 20 of them. We're joking.
You just wish you had hair like him.
I do.
Yeah, that's it, man. But yeah, just big shout out to Alan. He did a great job and he's a great advocate. And
get on and support the cause.
Yeah, 100%. No one can dispute the validity of that message, and he does a great job supporting that. So good job, Alan, from Simon and I. Excellent work, mate.
Ben, there was a lot of mail around the industry that this was the first year that ScaffChamp has gone digital. What does that mean?
Well, it means it's fully digital, mate. You should know that, being a digital entrepreneur in the construction industry. But what does it actually... I can't spell entrepreneur. What does it actually mean? The whole event was run without drawings, except for the referees, to be fair to them. So the referees had a set of drawings, but the teams had to work entirely from the digital model and get used to doing that entirely. Last year, they had the digital model and a set of drawings. And this year, Oleg and Ilya went one step further. No drawings for the teams, everything on devices, so mobiles, tablets, or laptops. And they were looking at that, figuring out how they're going to build it and working out all the kit and all the sequencing from that.
That sounds like a sales pitch. What does it actually mean for the scaffolders and the teams? How's it different from last year?
Well, it's different from last year. It depends how much they used the model last year, right? Assuming they did use the model, it won't be any different. But if they relied on the drawings last year and they're used to reading those, then they had to adapt to looking at something in 3D. But the reality is, looking at something in 3D is way easier than looking at a 2D drawing, because the moment they look at it, they know exactly what they're going to build. You can see from the reveal video that we showed earlier, right, that you understand what that scaffold is straight away. And that's the difference. It's immediate knowledge. So they're immediately getting into... The first questions are not, what's that, what's that, what's that? The first questions are, how are we going to do that? Where does that go? Where does it fit? Because the understanding is there straight away, right? And I think that's the main difference that it means for the team. That the speed in which they can see what they're going to build and start planning it is much quicker.
Yeah, and especially this year with the first time they used the Key to XL roof. Some of those teams had never even installed a roof before. So having a
sunshades near the equator.
Sunshades. So having that 3D model, but to be able to zoom in and see what connects to where and how does that roof connect and what pieces are where, I think that was a game changer.
Yeah, definitely. I think anything that the guys have not seen before, because there'll people there have never used a Twix beam.
Yep.
You know, there'll people there that have never punched off it, like they say the roof. They were the two bits of kind of contentious, if you like, that might cause a bit of difficulty. The rest of it was just all round in a kind of awkward configuration. But then a lot of scaffolds every day is just your normal kit in an awkward configuration, right? And that's what it's all about, figuring it out quickly and understanding exactly what you've got to build, and then you can get straight into working out how you're going to do it safely. So, yeah, nice.
The other big piece, a lot of conversation around what's going to happen next year. A lot of changes in the ScaffChamps organisation.
Yeah.
Some people leaving their current employers, some people going around. A little bit of uncertainty. So
some big decisions for Leia to make, I imagine, if they're going to continue flying the ScaffChamp pattern. I know there's a lot of people really love ScaffChamp. Right, Victor, the original founder, and Oleg are really passionate about it, want to see it continue. And a lot of the people like us, like Dr. O, all these guys want to see it continue and are really passionate about it, and we'll get involved and support it in whatever form it comes next time. But who knows, right? Let's hope it doesn't die, because that would be the biggest tragedy of all.
Everybody said the same thing. No matter what happens, we've got to keep this thing alive, keep it going, because there's nothing like this around for the industry. And we've seen all the positives. We've seen the
100%.
growth pathways. It's just got to live on.
100%.
Hope you enjoyed this episode, a little bit different from what we've done previously. Just remember, send in your videos for your photos for the penthouse and the doghouse. Podcast at braceyourself.online. We'll be back to our normal episodes in 2 weeks.
Back in 2 weeks, and we've got some great guests lined up.
Oh, yes, we do.
It's going to be cool.
You know, this is nearly as hard as when we know what the scaffolders are going to build in ScaffChamps and trying to keep that a secret and not telling anyone. That's the worst.
It is the worst. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this show, and I'll wrap up and take on what was an absolutely fantastic ScaffChamps event. We'll see you in a couple of weeks for the next episode. See you later.